And we're back. It's Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon, and I'm here for another productivity sprint where I might even be productive and not just eat snacks. It could happen.
It could happen in a
So,
magical land with fairies,
right.
pigs
So,
flying.
I sent out 2 queries last week. One bounced because I sent to the wrong address, but I did do something last week.
Well, good.
So for those of you who are new, I am Morgan Hazelwood. I am a literally actively querying fantasy author. I also blog, podcast, vlog, writing tips for the pros, and my own and my own writerly musings. Look at me. I can't even talk today. So this is Sako. Let's have her say stuff. Are you coherent today?
Vaguely. Howdy, neighbors. I'm Sako, to me, also known as Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. Are we streaming on both right now, or
I think so. I'm double checking, confirming.
on?
In 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it says I'm live. Yeah, I see me.
Okay.
It's me in 2 places.
Okay, good. On Tuesdays and Fridays, I do art to it and whatever it is. And then on Monday nights, I do write-ins on my YouTube channel. And also on my YouTube channel, I've got a whole playlist of videos that pertain to marketing for authors. And it's not just me talking. It's like a whole bunch of other author tubers too with, something to say about the topic. And you should drop by sometime. It would be awesome to see you.
Look at you with the networking and the talking to other people.
Oh my gosh.
I just host my own stuff and shout into the void. Sometimes the void shouts back. But mostly I think it's napping. I think the void might be a cat.
I think the void is a cat. I think.
Yeah. I don't have a void kitty right now, but I used to have a void kitty.
He is elusive.
I like your shirt.
Thank you.
Mine also mentions food, but maybe not tacos.
Maybe not tacos.
So yours is more delicious, but I do like jam.
Jam is kind of amazing.
I think blackberry is my favorite, followed by strawberry, but I'm open.
Blackberry followed by strawberry.
Yeah. Where are you on the jam spectrum?
I like blackberry the best, and sometimes I'll do marmalade.
I have never tried marmalade because I hated Paddington Bear. Probably because Paddington Bear was slightly boring and not corduroy bear. I don't know. I hated Paddington. And I think it's because he wasn't, because I saw a thing about bears coming on and I thought it was going to be the corduroy bear and it was Paddington. And I was just so disappointed that has stuck with me. And therefore I've never tried marmalade.
Wow.
Because that's his
that was his jam.
He's all about the marmalade. I'm like, uppity British bear likes marmalade. That's like a 4-year-old.
Okay.
So let's say hi to people in the audience. I see we have M. Ward is here and author NK Kids. Hello and welcome. Of course, we all hail our feline overlords because, for obvious reasons, Catechist has not bit me in 20 minutes. So.
What?
Right? I got him a new toy. I got him one of those round, it's got the scratching thing in the middle, which he hasn't figured out yet, but it's got a motion light up ball that goes around the track on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun for at least 10 minutes by himself. So
excellent.
I think it's going to be a new fan favorite.
Okay. We are living in an alternate universe.
Emma Ward says you can use jam on white tortillas with sliced fruit to make a fruit taco.
You can make a fruit taco.
Ooh, sounds interesting.
I was going to say you could combine jam and tacos in some interesting fashion, but I'm having trouble making that work.
I mean, if you make a fruit taco, like, a little jam on as if it were like sour cream or something, like a schmear.
Yeah.
I think you could schmear it.
You could smear it.
So what are you working on today? How has your week been?
My week was really productive.
Awesome.
I got a lot done, so I rewarded myself with a milkshake today.
Nice.
And if I get really, really productive and like successful at it, like I'm just gonna be fat because all of my rewards are nom noms.
I mean, I'm a fan too, so can't really fault you there. So.
I don't know what I'm gonna work on. I might work on this Mage Chronicle. I might work on my night planner. I might.
Who went with it?
Oh, I definitely went with it. Yeah.
We were talking about her night planners or her day planners for witches last week, and I was talking to my boyfriend, and he's like, shouldn't they be night planners? And I shared that, so I'm super excited.
Yeah, and the more we talked about it, the more it was like silly if I don't use it. So
Awesome.
night planner it is.
So excited about that.
Yeah, so yeah, I might work on that.
Pretty cool. I spent like half of my productive time this week just scheduling social media for all the groups because my Pitch Wars group is getting all active and stuff because Pitch Wars is in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So everybody's getting their queries ready and everything like that. And I run social media for Balticon and Bisfist. So I scheduled a month's worth of posts. And so I did that for my 2 Pitch War support groups, my 2 sci-fi fantasy convention groups, and of course my own social media.
Oh my gosh.
On both Facebook and Twitter. So
for me, it's enough like
it ended
to
up
do
taking
it
up like
myself.
6 hours to schedule like a month's worth of daily, not even daily, like 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did make a calendar for the group I run publicity for on Facebook, which they didn't have a calendar before.
Oh, so okay.
There's a lot of stuff that like when you first do it, it takes more time and investment. And of course, I spent way too much time in Canva trying to make a graphic to go with half the stuff.
Yeah.
So much time in Canva. Yeah. We are probably going to have a logo competition for Balticon, and I'm super excited about that.
Oh, wow. That's
all it has, like the parent organization, the Baltimore Science Fiction Society, has a logo with the Bisfish Dragon made out of the letters.
Right.
It's pretty cool. But the convention doesn't have a logo. It has the artist guest of honors artwork with a stylized font, Balticon. Bisfist presents Balticon 50 whatever year we're in. And so we don't actually have like a logo or a set font. And we were thinking about creating one, but I think we're going to do a contest where we judge. We don't trust the public not to vote for Bodie McBoderson, but we do trust the public to send in pretty awesome and exciting artwork and stuff. So that's going to be coming up soon.
Oh.
But yeah. 56 years, no logo.
I guess they figured that the identity was solid enough that it didn't need a logo.
I guess, or they just couldn't agree on one. I don't know. But anyway, our current con-chair is looking forward to having a logo that can persist for branding purposes.
Yeah.
So you can sell the same merch year to year.
Yeah, that's nuts.
But yeah, so Catechist does say hi, and yes, hi. Oh, did I put stuff in your space? I'm sorry. I I was so clever. I cleared off the space of the desk next to me because I'm in an L shape.
Sure.
So he's got space to lay down with nothing on it that isn't between me and the keyboards.
Oh, right.
Because if I reach over him to reach my keyboard, that means it's playtime because I'm reaching over him, which is maybe not the most productive. So, oh hey, we have an Andy and a Kelly showed up.
Cool. Hi,
Author
folks.
and Kate Kitts is trying to print things, and printer. I don't own a printer because I disagree with them too much. I go to Kinko's or the local library, depending on how much I need printed, and just deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to that point. I think because the heads need cleaning so often, like, I don't know what to do with the printer that I have.
Yeah.
Like,
and also for me, a lot of times it's either one sheet, maybe once a month, maybe every 6 months, or 400 pages because I'm printing out a manuscript and want to go through hand by hand.
yeah.
That's, the low-end printers, they don't even come with enough ink to do half of that. And the ink is more expensive than the printer. And the high-end stuff, if it sits that long, it doesn't do great. So.
Right.
Yeah.
A decoy keyboard.
I've considered a decoy keyboard, but I don't want to encourage him to lay on keyboards, period.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep him to not walk across my work laptop while I'm in the middle of meetings. He always hits the cap locks key, and sometimes he does like the full screen.
Mm-hmm.
And he has definitely unmuted me before. During meetings, so it's just not a good scene. So Andy is working on bills, unfortunately, and has been doing housework most of the afternoon, and then he gets to write. And Spence is here. Hello and welcome. Good to see you.
Howdy.
Got a great crowd today. I'm super excited for everyone who showed up. So I think my next act, though, is some food, though. I'm starting to flag a little. I had brunch, and that was,
many hours ago.
Yeah, afternoon, but, it wasn't quite enough, I think, to keep me going. So
there's only so far that melon can take you.
Right. It was an omelet with, like, cheese and ham and a piece of toast, and it's gone. So Kelly asks, what kind of printer do I disagree with? I got a home laser printer and only had to replace the print ink cartridge 2 or 3 times in the last decade. I just have had more issues with printers than not, and my budget is such that I can just afford to pay for something else to handle the printer things because they annoy me that much.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So it saves me the hassle, and I find it worth the money for however much I have to print out, 5 pages. I'll go to the library and give them $5,
Yeah, sure.
Or $1, I think it's 20 cents per page tops or something.
Yeah, sure.
So Spence is doing things, maybe, probably babysitting a sourdough and trying to do the things.
The art things, the writer things,
baking things. Who knows?
Things. Yeah, I don't.
MK Kits is going to be working on their edits so they can send their betas to work, and then eventually going to query. That is
wow.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was the other thing I did this week. Patrick and I did another rewriting queries night, so we're probably going to do 1 or 2 more this week if we can fit them in. So.
Oh, Jennifer! Oh my gosh, hugs.
Yes.
She's going through some rough stuff right now.
Oh.
So jokes and our lively spirits are greatly encouraged.
Okay. Well, I will be lively then. Oh, yes. thank you for making it, and I hope we can, cheer up your day at least a little. So, Kelly is on a roll with his current work in progress. He was hanging out with the Courtney project until 1 or 2 a.m., finishing a chapter, and rolled into the next this morning.
Wow, holy cow, that's awesome.
I was up till 3 playing Minecraft with my boyfriend.
Oh,
Because sometimes you just got to play Minecraft.
And sometimes you got to do it with your boyfriend.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm,
especially since he has crap internet. So I take my laptop over there and we do LAN, which he can actually play with someone. And it's very toddler-esque. We're parallel playing. We're not going places together or anything.
Yeah. My husband and I used to play Left 4 Dead.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, Spence has clued us in. Spence is working on the art things, the writer things, the fair prep things, the cleaning things, the resting things, and maybe crying things and frantically crocheting. That's a lot for 2 hours.
Take it easy on yourself. Holy cow.
Pick 2 things and let the rest slide, or delegate, just prioritize, I think, is where you're going to have to be.
Yeah.
Jennifer says she's hit zombie mode, and I guess that's normal. I don't know. I think so. I think, at some point that's where we all are.
Yeah, dang indeed. Like,
so.
And then you wonder why you burn out.
Right? I mean, burnout and I are like this.
Yeah.
We keep flirting with each other. But I don't think we're serious. I don't think we're serious right now. So.
Not right now. But have you been in the past?
Sometimes we hit it off a little more than we should.
He's your friend?
Yeah.
This is my friend. Burnout.
We're complicated.
I mean, I don't wonder why. Super Spence equals Sleepy Spence. Yes, indeed.
So, well, it sounds like everybody has a lot. Oh, honey. Jennifer's working on her husband's obituary. Those are really hard.
In a way, I find obituaries like just a word after someone's passed, someone very close to me has passed. It kind of helps me process who they were. Yeah, you can distance yourself from it. Sure.
Yeah. But it's hard. And I mean, just from what I know, I haven't been there, but I mean, I just remember helping my mom when my stepdad passed, and it's rough.
I did it for my brother, and I did it for my grandparents, and it kind of helped me process, like my memories of them, and, like kind of appreciated their accomplishments and remembered their flaws, and they were wonderful people despite their flaws,
Yeah. I mean, they're people, and people have multitudes.
They sure do.
Most people are not just one thing. And most people are something different to different people. So, I'm sorry, Jennifer. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jennifer, okay.
Feel welcome, but I understand if you need to bounce. I'm about to slide into a sprint and get a snack because I'm hungry.
I'm thirsty as fuck, so I'm gonna do the drinky thing.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a sprint. We're going with the 25 minutes, but still at 21 seconds because it's 2021.
Yeah, sure.
So let's sprint and stop bringing down anything, and everybody should hydrate and stretch because it's a day.
Indeed. I just straightened up and my back popped. I was like, good posture, and it went crack crack, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, everything's popping, but I'm made out of Morgan, so that's totally
Which means
expected.
everything pops anyway. Yeah.
Right. So let's
Oh,
go
that's
ahead
sweet kitty.
and do a sprint. And yeah. You ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, boom. Snack time.
Oh, she's still snacking. Let's see. Oh, she's back.
I was just in the kitchen, which is literally on the other side of my desk.
Right.
I was making tuna salad, and I didn't want to leave open tuna cans with my cat.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea.
Into a container.
Mm-hmm.
Because cat. I did introduce him for the first time ever to tuna juice. I poured it over his kibble. A little bit of the water with the tuna flavor. And I believe he approves.
Oh, I bet he does.
He's eating it and not gnawing on me.
Nobu prefers salmon. He loves salmon. Oh, the salmon.
Nice. So how was your sprint?
I drank 2 of these.
Nice.
And smoked half a cigarette and
the top half and bottom.
But I think the top half, because the bottom is still there.
I mean, nobody wants to smoke the filter anyway.
Yeah, right.
I'm assuming you smoke filtered cigarettes.
I do.
Okay. I think unless you hand roll, it's really hard to find anything else. And that's the full knowledge of my cigarette knowledge.
It's hard to find unfiltered cigarettes, but you can find them.
So good sprint. I made a tomato cucumber basil salad and put that in the fridge.
That's awesome.
Because I got basil today. So you got to, but leaves, not the plant. So at the farmer's market, so I had to use it today. So made my tomato salad. And then I was like, oh yeah, I have this celery and this half loaf of bread that needs to get eaten and needs sandwich fixins. So tuna salad.
Tuna salad it is.
So I chopped up all the celery and I just finished pouring off the liquid off the tuna when the chime rang. So we'll call it a productivity sprint, not a writing sprint, but a productivity sprint.
Productivity sprint.
I see stuff happened while I was in the kitchen.
Indeed.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta scroll.
Right.
Jennifer bagged out.
All the love for Jennifer. Take care of yourself, whatever you need. Kelly just finished watching the last episode of Atropa from Dust, and it was an awesome series. That's pretty cool.
Meow! Love me now!
Yeah. Christina popped in and was sending love to hey, off the counter. Sorry.
No.
Down. Clearly he finished licking his bowl.
And went looking for more. Yeah.
Right. So let's see. Oh, right. It is International Talk Like Pirate Day. So
it is. Yar.
Yeah. So Christina is plundering your scallywags.
Arr.
and the bet is no. Morgan was not back before the test came off. We have a Matilde Firth. Hello and welcome. I love new people. We're doing productivity sprints. It could be writing. It could be apparently making tuna salad, or it could be getting yourself a snack because it's a lazy Sunday afternoon productivity sprint.
I know, right?
Yeah. So let's see. And Ward got words to flesh out the chat. Down! Sorry. There's a problem in the kitchen. Down.
But I smell tuna. Mom! Meow!
Let's try this again with the tuna cans in the sink.
Uh-oh. That
With
means the kitty cat is
just on the counter. So
kitty. I don't know.
anyway, and Ward got words written to flesh out the chapter they're editing. Andy finished with Bill so can get to the writing. Kelly was productive, that one. And let's see, Kelly says, reminds of cat kidnapping the rotisserie from the
kitchen counter. Yeah.
I called it the chicken counter.
Yeah.
Problem.
Apparently, chicken. Yeah.
Today is Christina's favorite day of the year. My favorite pirate joke? Do you know what the a pirate's favorite letter is?
You would think it would be R, but instead it is the C.
Thank you. Excellent. Perfect. Get off the counter or walk the plank.
Indeed.
So Matilda says, take it easy, I said, not too much, I said. So I'm currently outlining a 9-book series.
Oh my God, Matilda. Oh my God.
I think we've all been there.
Holy cow. 9 books. I have not been at 9 books. I've been at 6, but not.
9 is a lot. Oh,
9's a lot.
Yeah. Although, come on, in fantasy world, that's just 3 books split into 3 parts each. You know.
In fantasy
comes in trilogies.
Fantasies come in trilogies. Yeah.
So I know I'm part of the problem because very often I won't pick up a fantasy book until at least the first 5 are out. You got to get the initial the initial trilogy, the prequel, and the sequel. Oh wow!
I'm trying not to drink all the tea, but it's really hard.
All the tea. Matilda says of the 9 series, it's 3 trilogies and a novella for each. So. I mean, clearly, when you get 9, they're obviously trilogies. I'm kind of excited about the thought of the duology. I think there needs to be more of those that are clearly a duology and not 1 book split into 2.
I have thought about doing a sequel to Hope's Chest, but it wouldn't go any further past that. It would just be a duology. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Yeah. So, well, before my cat really gets into trouble, I think I need to get into a productivity sprint and clean up my kitchen counter because
I think so.
I don't cook much. I do a lot of like microwave and like pop it in the oven meals.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the cat a month and a half, and I don't think he's ever seen me cook before. So he doesn't know what's going on in the kitchen. He's like, what is Mama doing? I don't understand. I don't cook much.
Yeah, 2-book series. Yeah.
So yeah, let's go ahead and do another sprint just so I can stop running after my cat mid chat. So let me go ahead and reset that timer. We've got 25 minutes because 20 minutes isn't quite long enough to get anything done, and 21 seconds because it's 2021 and it still amuses me because I am very easily amused.
Yes.
Yeah. Matilda says, I find trilogies tend to work better because they follow the 3-act structure. That is true, but duologies tend to, in the overarching thing, have the first 2 acts in the first book and the 3rd act in the 2nd book, because that climax involves a lot more than they thought it would initially. Mm-hmm. So you get that resolved for now, but we've got this big issue looming at the end of the first book, and then all the work up to save that 2nd thing. So that's how I've seen well plotted duologies. How about you, Sako?
I have not seen it done right. But that could just be I haven't found the right duology. Like
yeah. So I mean, obviously there's also the character has something else happen to them. of a more serial nature rather than or an episodic sort of thing. So just thoughts and feelings, but
I've thought about doing like a episodic like Bella project, but
okay.
it just wasn't panning out, so I ended up giving it a plot anyway.
Yeah. I My middle grade novel was supposed to be episodic, and that lasted for the opening chapter when I was figuring out the world. And then I just don't pace very small
Yeah.
is my problem. So
So I came to the conclusion today that the two kinds of writers, you know, the logic writers and the visualize writers, the logic writers are more into world building,
what? Really? I never would have guessed.
and then the visualize people are more character driven.
I mean, I love my world building, but it's all about I spend 90% of my writing in the character's head, what they're feeling, what they're thinking,
Sure.
and a lot less on what the world looks like. But I do love me some world building. So
Yeah.
but yeah, my problem with my stories is reminding myself to get out of the character's head and talk about what they're actually seeing and not just what
Yeah.
they're thinking
The
about.
the the white room syndrome is strong with this one.
I mean, do we care what pattern is on the blue and green walls? No. They're blue and green. Let's just move on and tell me what's happening.
I try to be descriptive, but lately I've just been like plot, 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 dialogue, dialogue, dialogue.
One
And
of my critique partners is an artist, and I love her stuff, but occasionally we'll be like a page and a half in. And I'm like, I started skimming about 2 paragraphs ago. Can we break up this description with a little bit of action here? Because I want to know what's happening. And I mean, it's a lovely room. Thanks. I'm good.
yeah.
So, but obviously, as an artist, she's very visual. So, I mean, it's a great world building and stuff, but she's very visually oriented, and I don't care that much. So I let her know when it starts affecting the pacing.
Yeah, and that's something that I'm kind of balancing out.
Yeah.
Which is tricky when I change scenes because I should reset the scene and
Yeah.
actually talk about where they are and why they are where they are. But I've I don't know, I kind of slacked off with that this past book.
Have you heard the theory about how every scene needs, basically an inciting incident, an action, and a resolution?
Um, sorta.
Let me see if I can find my notes for that. Like,
I don't have a problem with the action. That is not
right.
the problem.
Yeah, no.
The problem is white room syndrome.
Oh, really? But you're so visual. You are an artist.
I was so intent on getting the story down that I was like, I can fill that in later.
Right. I mean,
And then never did.
luckily we can write in layers. Nobody has to know what order we wrote the stuff in.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Kelly says, I think between world building and character thoughts and feelings, he thinks
You got to be careful with that. I feel like half and half is a bit much. So balancing, because world building is so heavy.
Yeah.
Like,
world building should be like an adjective slipped into a sentence, maybe 1 or 2 sentences per page. It should be mostly action and thoughts and feelings, but maybe less thoughts and feelings and more description and action than I tend to go. Matilda asks, for those who read or read the Harry Potter series did you find yourself skimming during descriptions?
I
I don't
found myself
remember.
skipping um,
I
a
didn't read
lot
the
of
last
the internal monologue for Harry. I would skip right through that stuff.
I haven't read them since what, 05, 06.
It was even before then for me.
I read book 5 just before seeing book 5's movie. And
Uh-huh.
that was when I swore off ever reading a book within a year of seeing the movie because I don't like sitting through movies waiting for the next thing in the book to happen. And I never read 6 or 7. So
Mhm.
I aging myself, but I'm just a little old for Harry Potter. I missed it by like a year or two. So I mean, I back read the first 5, but yeah. So Kelly says, I did not realize your education was interior design.
That is an interesting trivia note about Kelly.
Wow.
Is
Okay. Because
yes,
I know
you can't have a white room if you're into interior design, of course.
I mean, you can. It's very minimalist, but intentionally so.
Oh.
Christina says, "Dar, a pirate be having no need for reading."
But you got to read that treasure map.
And what else are you gonna do while you're stuck on the like open oceans and your throat sore after singing all those shanties?
I know, right?
You got to do something in your downtime that's not just repairing sails and braiding rope. Is it called braiding rope? What do you do when you make rope? By putting the strands together. I think it's braiding.
I don't know.
With all the pirates I know, you'd think I'd know more.
I know, right?
I'm friends with our local pirate community because we have one.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, my cat did get off the counter, but I should probably finish making this tuna salad. So let's go ahead and do another sprint and let's
Okay,
see what we can get done.
sounds good.
Hello. Somebody came to say hi. Okay, creativity sprint in 3, 2, 1, start. Thanks. Who's my kitty? Oh, mute. Sorry. And we're back.
We're back.
Oh, you're lagging. Okay, there you are.
Oh, am I caught up?
Yep. So,
Okay.
how was your sprint?
Wonderful. I am on the last page regarding part 3 of the 3 sillies.
Awesome.
And I'm just importing the layouts. So let me just do this last one.
Do it.
Page 46. Out of 60 pages. I'm getting there.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
I cleaned up my kitchen. I cleaned the cat's box, and then I actually paid for the Stitch Fix I decided to keep.
Oh.
And the boyfriend is very frustrated with his Minecraft save games because he likes to go adventuring, take risks, and then lose everything in lava or,
Sure.
monster spawn points.
Mhm.
And he's like, there's no way to save. There's no way to back up. I might just be done for good. And I was like,
Oh.
there's a hacker way to save your world. It's Minecraft. So you just go to your saves. You just save the world in it's under user your name app data roaming .minecraft or %, app data %/ .minecraft to get there. And in saves, you just save a copy of the folder with all the data in it with, like, I don't know, a ridge under it, and you can always roll back to the last time you saved a copy.
Cool.
So it's a little hackery, but at least that way you could make sure you never lose more than a day's worth of progress.
Yeah.
Know?
Yeah.
Which might be enough. I don't know. We'll see. I do understand the frustration of, I went through the portal, the pigman ate me, and when I went back for my stuff, the pigman ate me again, and now I lost all my diamond stuff.
Boo.
Is right? I totally understand his frustration.
But now I can work on my night planner.
Nice.
And I'll be really productive.
So yeah, and then I checked my email, and my niece is a Girl Scout and is selling
I got that email too.
Magazine subscriptions and chocolate and nuts. So I'm deciding how good of an aunt I am and how many sweets I need.
Indeed.
I mean, NaNoWriMo is coming. My writing is snack powered.
Yes.
So if I don't have enough snacks, I can't get the words out.
That is a really good point.
I just acknowledge I snack when I write. If it's not going well. If it's going well, I can, sometimes wean myself off the snacks. But if it's not going well, I need the snacks to get stuff done, which isn't the healthiest way, but I know what works. And
at least your snacks are healthier than my cookies. I've taken to snacking on cookies while I write, and it's been quite effective.
I'm telling you, sometimes snacks power your writing, and if that's what happens, it's up to you to decide if that's a trade-off you're willing to
frozen
make.
Frozen fruit is a really good idea, Patrick.
Patrick is here. Hello and welcome. One of his kids was up at 2 and went to bed at 10, so that's how his night went. Oh my goodness. Snack fruit is a much healthier snack. I don't like frozen fruit, so I don't eat it.
I love peaches. I love peaches.
I have 1 peach and 4 apples, and I love apples and cheese. A, I feel like a character in a book, and B, it's a great fall combination that screams fall to me. So
that is wonderful.
Excited. I went to the farmer's market today and
went ham.
It's a little rough. I have so much food in my house and only me to eat it. So I'm gonna have people come help me. I actually have a friend coming for dinner, so we can't stay too late.
Okay.
So Velociraptor is coming. So super
Oh,
excited.
yay!
Yay!
Cool.
Uh, using her alias here since. But yeah, I haven't seen her in a while. Super excited. But yeah, so
Yeah.
it was a good sprint. I got a lot done, and I think in my next sprint, I'm actually going to do a little writing stuff. I'm going to get that query that bounced at least back out, if nothing else.
Yeah.
If
Get the
nothing
right email this time.
right. So after I finish ordering the chocolates, I mean, I got to support my niece.
Yeah,
What sort of
absolutely.
niece would I be if I don't?
What sort of aunt would you be
Right.
if you
Oh
don't?
wait, aunt. I'm the aunt. She's the niece. Thank you.
She's the niece. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we have barely, well, we'll run a little over, but I think we've got time for one more sprint. You got time?
If we do a 20-minute,
Okay, we'll do
What-
20 minutes then.
and then you can run away to your dinner with Velociraptor.
Great. So, okay. Let's go ahead and get started. It sounds like Ward had to bounce, so good. Glad you made it. We always love having you. So let's get one more sprint in 3, 2, 1. Actually, do some writing stuff, Morgan. Everybody else can get snacks. And we're back just in time to say goodbye.
Just in time.
How was your sprint?
Very good. I'm doing quarterly layouts for the planner.
Right. Nice.
And then maybe I'll make them seasonal in some way, and I don't know.
Legit.
Just getting the template laid out so that I can make it pretty later.
Nice. So, I ordered that chocolate. I sent out one of the queries, and
Yay.
then I looked at a couple other agents, and one of them, I really hope the agency changed their submission guidelines, because I've queried agents there 3 times, and they're no from one means no from all.
Oh.
But 2 of them were queried in 2017 and 1 in 2020. So there was definitely a round of revisions, which is okay for the second one. So
right.
I'm going to say 4 years ago, they might not have had that policy.
Yeah, maybe.
So, but yeah. So clearly that one's off my query list. So
I just noticed in my bullet journal that I made progress on something. I put 3 hours into it. I just don't know what it was because I whited out whatever it was.
Oh no.
My night planner, maybe?
Maybe. So let's see. Pop into the comments. Christina says, "Midnight leader actions be ready. Fair winds, mateys." So I believe I'm off to dinner.
Yeah, I believe that's what that means. Yeah.
And so I think Penumbrum mine is Ward.
Yeah.
Okay. Is saying goodbye and is off to make chicken fajita grilled burritos. Oh no. That's so cute.
It's the Riderly squid.
I didn't know that was the Riderly squid.
It's getting that way.
Gotcha. Happy Talk Like a Pirate Day from all the Riderly squiddies. Patrick and I were talking on the sideline about maybe doing some more query rewrites. If people send in queries, we will do them. Or synopses. Synopses are basically hashtag the worst, but
right.
It's always better when it's not yours. Andy got another 500 words edited because he is a machine, and it's going to keep going until dinner. And as I said, I sent out my query. We have a Kibby swinging by. Hello and welcome. Yay. We are just wrapping up.
Yeah, sorry, Kibby.
Sorry. I'm usually 4:30 to 6:30, but very often we stay late, so it's not unheard of. So maybe it's time for outros.
I made a meeting with Melia. Yay! Work on kid books. It's going to be awesome.
Super fun. I have
so about that outro. Yeah. What?
I have one kid book, but kid book picture book people want 3 or more, so I guess I'm not doing anything with it ever.
Oh, is that how that works?
I think so. Patrick knows a little more, but yeah. So
Patrick, tell me what you think of
of
kids books. And I mean kids books like aimed between 5 and 8. I know that's a huge jump, but
that's slightly different. Yeah, no, picture book agents in specific want, more than one idea.
More than one idea.
Or something. I mean, obviously you only query one story at a time, even if it's a trilogy, one story should stand alone. But that's a tangent. We're saying goodbye.
We are. Howdy, neighbors. I'm Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer. And sometimes I combine those 3 things. So if you are interested in videos that pertain to marketing for authors, I have a whole playlist of them on my channel, Sako Toomey Cass Voit. And it's not just me talking, it's a whole bunch of other author tubers too. On Tuesdays and Fridays, I am arting it up on Twitch, and I would love to see you sometime.
And I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood. I am an actively querying fantasy author, as noted by the fact I just sent out a query like 2 minutes ago. I also share writing tips from the pros and my own writerly musings, because when I hit a science fiction fantasy convention, I hit the writing panels like I'm going for recertification and hit like 20 hours of programming in 3 days. And then I share the notes with you. So this week, I think I was talking on my podcast about what I love about writing, because sometimes you got to take a step back and remind yourself while you're doing this. But I also do author spotlight interviews on my blog, and I share my notes and musings on both the blog and the video blog. And this week, I think the video log and the blog were on me totally forgetting how log lines work, because I totally spaced and was like, surely they focus on the first third of the book, just like a query. No, I'm an idiot. It happens. So you can find me everywhere as Morgan Hazelwood, links below. And yeah, I should be back next week with the same stuff. Ooh, Kibby got 1,500 words done while lurking. That is snaps. I'm kind of jealous. So, okay, well, have a lovely week and pace yourself. Don't forget to hydrate and stretch, and see y'all again next week. Bye.